Hi, everybody. Welcome to ES 2120 Dynamics for the fall 2024 semester. My name is Astrid Northrup, and I will be your teacher for this class. The class is fully online, so I'm going to make an introductory video to show you how to access everything, and then, of course, how to contact me if you have any questions. So the first thing I'll do is let's take a look at your class page. This class is for Dynamics ES 2120, fall of 24. The lecture that I'm recording today that you're listening to right now will be available to you right here in case there's anything that you want to review. And then the rest of this gets started with participating in the class. Now, if you wish to Zoom with me, the Zoom link for class is right here. This will also work when you take your midterm exam and your final exam, because those two exams are going to be proctored. You can proctor them if you're here on campus. We can proctor them face-to-face, or if not, I'll proctor them on Zoom at a time that you and I arrange. So, but in any case, that's where you can do that. Also, if you're having trouble or you need to have a question answered, if you go to this link, you can schedule an appointment with me using the Calendly program, which will show my hours of availability, and you can set aside a half hour in which we will be uninterrupted and get to work on your stuff. Now, the thing about Calendly is it will automatically create a Zoom link for us, so we can use that. If you are here on campus and you want to meet me face to face, just send me a little email and we'll take care of that. All right, so the next thing I would like to do is to take a look at our class syllabus. The one thing that I want you to know is that everything in this class will be made available to you on that syllabus and in the Moodle page. So if you ever have any questions, you can always refer back to this document, or you can refer to the Moodle page, and everything should be available to you. So as it says, the class is 2120 Dynamics. It's online and asynchronous. My name is Astrid Northrup. Here is my office number, SM126, and my extension here is 6066. We have our Zoom meeting location and a Calendly link and the email address that you can use to get a hold of me. Now, you can also text me on my cell phone. The number is 307-272-1833. And if you text me, I'll get back to you very quickly. Please don't leave a voicemail because I don't routinely pick up my voicemail. So texting or email are the way to get a hold of me. So the website is that Moodle page on the student portal. If you don't know how to access your student portal, there's lots of ways to figure out how, but you can also ask me and I will get you started. So statics was the first vector mechanics course that you would take, whether you're taking it now or if you've taken it previously. And dynamics is the second vector mechanic course. So basically what we're talking about in dynamics are objects that move in an accelerated way. So in other words, they're not moving necessarily, well, they could move with no acceleration or with a zero acceleration, but basically the main interest is things that are accelerating with a non-zero value or change, and that could be a change in magnitude or a change in direction. So the prerequisites for this course are Calc 2 and Physics 1 or concurrent enrollment in those courses. So once again, if you've already had statics, this might be familiar to you, but we're going to gain knowledge and terminology regarding, in this case, the relationship between forces on objects and the resulting motion, and also the geometry of motion. And we're going to learn to solve classical dynamics problems using appropriate methods. The objective is to develop the thought process and methodology that's required to be a good engineering student from now on, and will also carry over into your career as an engineer. So some of these topics are available to you In the textbook, the chapters we cover are chapters 11 through 18. At times we've covered chapter 19, but right now University of Wyoming is not covering that material. It's on mechanical vibrations. So as far as I know, we will leave it off of this class. But you can use the 11th edition or you can use another edition as long as it has English unit and SI unit problems. And if it doesn't, or if you wonder if it does, please let me know and we'll get that cleared up. So your grade in this course is determined by 4 factors: your homework, your quizzes, your midterm exam, and your final exam. I've already told you the midterm exam and the final exam will be proctored either face-to-face or via Zoom. The quizzes are not proctored. They're available on the website. There are 2 of them, and I'll show those to you. The homeworks, there are 8 homeworks, are also available to you on the Moodle page. The important thing to note, you'll turn in homework and quizzes and probably midterms and finals through the Moodle page. Please turn it in as a PDF file or as a JPEG file. If you have an Apple phone, it will save things in a format which has an HEIC extension. I can't read that. So please do not turn it in that, or for that matter, in any other format. So just JPEG or preferably PDF. So from the weighted average of these 4, the final for 40%, the midterm for 40%, the quizzes for 10%, and the homework for 10%, if you achieve an average of a 90% or better, you'll get an A, and 80% or better is a B, and so forth. And I will never round. That's a guarantee. So in other words, if you have a 90.00, you're guaranteed an A. I do reserve the right to round a grade up. So for example, if you had an 89.6, that might be a B, or it might be a B plus, or it might be an A minus, or it might be an A, but I will never ever round down. So if you have an 80.0, you're guaranteed a B no matter what. Okay, all the homework and the quizzes need to be submitted through Moodle. The midterm and final, which are proctored, will also be submitted through Moodle, and I'll describe that process in just a moment. But the rest of the information that we love to present to students is available through the Universal Syllabus information, which is available at this link. I prefer to put the link rather than the information because then it remains current. If there's a change to our policy, then we can address that through the website rather than having to change all the syllabi. So those are some good references for you. Now, the next thing is I would like to share with you once again the Moodle page, and I have abbreviated it to just show what's visible to students. But if you go to the top of this page, you'll see, first of all, that it tells you that the material is only posted through September 16th. I do have a schedule on here, so you'll be able to see the other material when it's due, but I'll post that as the schedule, as the semester rolls out. The introductory lecture that you're listening to today will be posted right here at Introductory Lecture. Here's a Zoom link for class in case you need me, and here's the Calendly link. We just went through the syllabus. Then you see these other things. The way that you succeed in this class is you watch the lectures, anything with the link, and you take a look at the handouts that I have on the page, and then you make sure that you stay in line with this syllabus. So for example, the homework for chapter 11 will be due August 30th. The homework for chapter 2 will be due September 13th. The first quiz has to be taken by September 16th. Then, even though it's not available or visible, chapter 13 homework due date and so forth are also visible on the schedule, although they're not visible on the page. All right, so for chapter 11, kinematics of particles, you'll see that the textbook is here in 5 parts. You should have your own textbook. So I just do this at the beginning just in case anyone doesn't yet have a textbook, but you need to order one because it won't be available to you forever. This is just so that you don't have any delays in getting started with the class. So you just have the textbook to refer to. You don't have to read the whole thing, but you probably wish to reference it. And then watch the introductory lecture, lecture number 1, lecture number 2, lecture number 3, lecture number 4. And during that time, you will be getting ready to take the homework. You'll be ready to do the homework for chapter 11, which is the first homework assignment. So you see there are 3 sets, and the 3 homework sets are all handed in together on that first due date. So you have, even though it looks like 3 homeworks, from your perspective, it's really 1 homework handed in for chapter 11 on the due date that is given, which is up here on the page. It's here on this schedule, but it's also on the submit button right here. So it's due August 30th. All right, so you do that for chapter 11, and you do the same thing for chapter 12. Watch the lectures, use the textbook. For chapter 12, we also include this topic on orbital mechanics. Orbital mechanics is included in your textbook, but this primer was written by a couple of rocket scientists who I happened to meet, who gave it to me as a study guide, and it's really, really good and easy to understand. So it will be much better if you learn it from this primer rather than from the textbook. And then there are homework problems that are matched up to the primer as well. You'll submit your second homework by September 13th, and then you'll be ready to take the quiz. This says it's February 18th, but the real due date is September 16th. So what you'll do with the quiz, you open it here at the green tab. You do not submit through the green tab, but you open it here. You have 1 hour, and you take engineering comp paper, and you do this quiz in a good format on the engineering composition paper. Then when you're done, you save it as a JPEG or, as I said, preferably a PDF file, and submit it here through this tab. So anytime you see the tab that looks like an assignment tab, looks like a suitcase with an arrow on it, that's something that you have to submit, something that you will be graded on. All right, so after we get done with that on September 16th, I'll then post chapter 13, 14, and so forth, so that we'll have the next piece of material to work from. All right, so that's how the class works. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. The material will all be available on the Moodle page. If there are any changes to the schedule or any changes to the syllabus, I will alert you to those, but I don't anticipate it. So what I hope is we have a great semester, and that you do the 4 pillars of success in the engineering course, which is first, come to class, which in this case means watch those videos. Second, do your homework. Third, take your quizzes and exams more or less on time. And fourth, if those 3 things are not enough, come see me, work with the instructor, and we'll get you squared away. All right, everybody, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I am here for you. So let me know what I can help you with, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon.